Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P-Farm, thinking right out here in the lab. I got a true story for you today. Real stuff. Let's rock. Right is this 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tuning in to receive it. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. Yeah, see where we're going with this? Okay, let's get it together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You win when I get through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them, don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself as to might not be true. Right thinkers, this is considered a PSA to all my right thinkers. P Funk philosophy says meditation is altered is an altered mind state of excuse me. Meditation is an altered mind state, altered state of mind. I guess I'm working. Altered state of mind, no drugs. And I'm saying a true story because I used to use drugs to alter my mind state. Okay, and I enjoyed it. It's called being high, getting high. Some people are addicted to getting that high than being in that state of mind. Okay, altered state of mind, you can use whatever kind of drugs you got. My drug of choice back in 75, was acid, mescaline, we call it do it fluid, THC, anything that would take the mind to another level. Okay, mind altering drug. Okay, but I used to alter my state of mind by taking acid, mescaline, cocaine, THC, drugs that would alter one's mind. And I would take it and function just fine. That was my personal thing. I'm high, but nobody knows I'm high but me. I would take a tab of acid every day. My senior year in high school, I tripped balls every day. My senior year is a blur. I don't remember much. I don't know if it really happened. Did it happen? But I lived under the influence of altering drugs, and I enjoyed tripping and being in that state of mind all the time back then. And now that I found a substitute or something that's even better, no drugs, we call it meditation. Okay, this is a true story. All right, no myth, real life experience from my. This is for my addicts who get high. Getting high is cool. That means you want to alter your mind state, but you can't stay there. I did every day to go to school and hang out and have fun. That was my life. That was perfect for me. And later on, after I started selling them, I just kept using them and just having fun because it done something for me mentally. It kept me sharp, kept me thinking. I didn't do dope. I didn't do downers. I didn't do hits and stuff like that that bring the mind down to that. I had brothers who showed me the drug game, what not to do. Went to the 116, the shooting house. They go over there, the shooting gallery, and they was educating me on what not to do doing it. This one's no. So they looking out for me, but I appreciate that. But you didn't look out for yourself. You got hooked on the drug that you tell me not to. So that wasn't my thing. I was a speed man. I wanted to be up. I wanted to be thinking. So back in high school, I took acid every morning, 8 o'clock. Doop, drop my tab and 9 o'clock, I'm smooth sailing and started my day for the whole senior year of high school. I've always had connections to people who sold drugs, so I always had, outlet. So from that outlet, I started. I just, well, me getting high, my friends want to get high, so I'm getting up to sell to them, and everybody get high. That's how I started my business. But that's another story, real story, true story. I started selling it from just friends who we all got high. Hell, I might as well be the one getting distributed. Again, thinking, all right, not right, but I was thinking, all right. But now I meditate every day, just like I took drugs, but I do it now with no drugs. I communicate with God. I go to the next level. I can reach heights that people who take drugs to do. I've had a few friends, my son's friends, young guys, who try to explain to me about this ketamine, this new drug that got ketamine, tranquilizer. I don't know, we called it THC back in my day, but okay. So I hung out with him. And I asked him, I said, well, when you sniff it, what do you do? It just takes me to the next level where I can understand. Yeah, that sounds like the meditative state of mind, but it's induced by drugs, so it's not really you being enhanced. When they got this drug, Molly, they got a new drug called Molly, MDA, messing with your mind. You might want to steer clear of that thing. Okay. When I was coming up, we would take a trip. I keep my bags packed. I mean, I'm always ready to take a trip. Okay. Beat my brain up and what? Okay, but I'm good. I come back. They got this thing now where take this drug, you ain't coming back. When you go, you gonna keep going. That's a dangerous state of mind. And they tell you back today, a mind's a terrible thing to waste. If you induce your mind to that MDA, y'all call it Molly, whatever it is, y'all are taking away your ability to think and comprehend on a level that you might need to survive on this earth. So that might not be the drug of your choice. But if you want to go there, and they go, but don't come back. They keep going. Okay, hold on 1 second, excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. Now that I meditate every day, it's doing the same thing with my mind, enhancing it, taking it to another level, but there's no drug use. That's the difference. And if y'all want to find God or have God talk to you, sit down, get comfortable, and let your mind do what it does naturally. You don't need no help with drugs. They would take it to enhance themselves. I got more knowledge and understanding by being high myself and understanding myself. You don't know drugs from hearing about it. No, you know them from experience. So I'm speaking from experience again. Now, when I took acid to alter my mind and function like as if I was normal, nobody knew I was high. That's just a I'm tripping. I'm bugging. And every now and then I let a close friend know somebody who know me, and sometimes they would take a trip with me. Some days I trip with a few, some days I trip by myself, but I tripped every day. I did it every day, and I enjoyed the trip within myself. So it was a whole different high. Now I do the same thing with meditation. Sorry, but yeah. Okay, if you want to alter your mind, you want to get high, that's fine. Okay, but you use drugs to do that. That's not natural. That's not normal. In my time, it ain't healthy. So take it from an ex drug user. I had to leave that alone. Why? It ain't healthy. You ain't guaranteeing long life with drug use. So again, I was under the influence of acid. But in high school, I was the quarterback of the football team. I played basketball. I ran track and wrestled. I was an athlete, but I was high as a cootie brown, but functioning high. Not, oh, hey, he high. Look at he breaking out. Nope. I was a functionable acid taker, and I functioned and did fine. Schoolwork, practice, social life. Nobody knew. Okay. So yeah, that's my little secret. I'm letting that out the bag. True story. All right. But now I'm a practicing yogi. Have been for over 15 years now. I meditate daily and I love it. I love meditating as much as I like getting high. Yeah, I found a new drug. My drug of choice is meditating. Okay. Why? What I found when I go into that meditative state, when I come back, I went somewhere. I did something. But I was still right here, but in my mind, I did a whole bunch of stuff. Just like when I was tripping, same concept. Okay, so I'm understanding that one real well. All right, and I just like the idea of what speeding up my mind, my thought process. Why? I'm a thinker. So amp it up a little bit don't hurt. I don't want to slow it up. Now, I never did the downs. No, I need to be thinking. I need to be up. I need to be woke. So that's the difference. All right. So, and I can speed my mind up through what? Daily meditation. My new drug, my new high. I stay amped up. I stay meditative mind. Why? I'm there all the time and I can function just like as if I was high. And I am high. In a whole nother mindset, a whole nother frame of mind that works for me. Keeps me at a level where I'm above the nonsense, okay? And I like living at that level without the drug. I do it every day. I've been doing it for years now. So another little personal secret that nobody needs to know that, but I let you know what I do and how I do it and why. Transparency. I ain't trying to hide or be secretive. No, I'm just straightforward, wide open. I got nothing that I don't do that I can't talk about. Why? I ain't living a life no more. Simple. I live a different life. And my life that I'm living now is honest and transparent. That's why. I'm moving on. And I like it like that. So I love being high, aka meditating. Okay, to me, that's getting high. And every chance I get, first thing in the morning after prayer, I'm going straight to meditation. And it's been working for me personally in my life. So when I meditate, again, I go to another place. I can go anywhere I want. I can go anywhere I want. And that's the beauty of it. Why? I'm not in charge. I'm letting it just do its thing. And somebody's downloading information to me. Somebody's feeding me stuff that I didn't study for. I didn't learn. That's that intuitive knowledge. And the Egyptians already had that part of the mind figured out. They were trying to break it down to you, tell you, Aset, she represents intuitive knowledge. You need to have wisdom by what? Studying, not meditating. Why? The Akashic Records is inside you. I love this. This is a good one for me. This is teaching. Why? This is the mind game. That's the game that I play. I've always been a thinker. If you ain't thinking, I ain't messing with you. Why? I don't do dumb people. I don't do ignorance. I can't stand ignorance. So, yeah, I like a thinker. And I respect those who know how to think for themselves. Okay, moving on. All right. So, where that? Okay. When I meditate, I go to another place, any place, and it's always good. I ain't went to a bad place yet. I haven't had a nightmare in my meditative state. I have never the dark side. None of that nonsense. Why? I go in peace. I go in peace. Clear my mind, and my ass will follow. So when I meditate, I'm the one doing the listening to who? My higher self. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. There's two things going on inside of us. We individual, dual. We are dual beings. Okay? Higher and lower consciousness. And the lower self is the ego self. That's who we identify with. That's you. Your higher self, what you got to find out. That's what you're in search for. What knowledge to know who you are. And I love getting talked to by what? By me. God is you. You are God. When you become conscious of that, now you have a better understanding of how to live your life. What? On your terms. Okay? So, right thinking actually comes from what? Mastering your meditation. Okay? Lessons in life. Listen to what your higher. Oh, I forgot. If you ain't meditating, you ain't talking to God. I pray every day. Okay, but you do the talking. What do God say after you pray? Yeah, because you're going to meditate. If you would meditate, you'd have a response and have an answer for what God says to you when you go into that state of mind. That's why I go to God. I know that now. I didn't know that. I'm gonna figure that out now. But I used to get high to challenge my mind, see how far I can go, how much I can take, how high I can get without, losing my cool. And now I meditate in what? Ooh, no, I meditate at home in my own mind. I can go there. I can transport myself mentally. God is mental and spirit. Spirit and consciousness. Conscious is mental. I use my brain to think. Always did, always will. Why? That's all I had to figure stuff out. I thought so. I'm using it to my best ability, and I end up mastering what? How to think right. So I'm trying to teach others the same thing. Why? If it's good enough for me, it should be good enough for you. Okay? And I meditate to sharpen my mind, to get it right where I want it. Why? So I'm functioning on that high level all the time. I stay in a meditative state of mind. Why? An idle mind is a devil's workshop. So I keep my mind busy. See, the devil can't mess with me. All right. But if you want to talk to God, you don't pray to God. When you're talking to God, yeah, you want to talk to him, you pray. That's fine. But if you want him to talk to you, you got to steal yourself, get in position, and free your mind and let him do what he do for you. If you ain't on that level, start practicing. That's where you need to be. Why? God can talk to you if you got that level of understanding within yourself and mind right. Get your mind right. Meditate. That's all you got to do. All y'all think getting your mind right is praying, asking for God for stuff. Listen to God and He'll give you information that you can actually live by. All right. So when I meditate, I'm listening to my higher self, and I love. Okay, I did that. Excuse me. I used to get okay. Trying my mind. Okay, we want to go. Okay, you're right here. If you want to talk to God, that's praying, and God talks to you only when you meditate. He'll listen to you, but if you ain't listen to Him, that's a one-way relationship. God don't do that. Okay. I tell you, I don't pray out loud. I don't I don't verbalize no prayer. Why? God ain't out here. He's in here. I know that. So that's why I keep my prayers telepathically to God. He can read my heart. He know my mind. That's why. If you understand that. Well, how you know? Yeah, see? Start spending time with God in meditation, not in prayer. I talk to God telepathically, not verbally. Well, how that? Yeah, in your mind. Just think it. Just think it. When my pastor prays, he does it verbally and he does it well. But he's saying he's talking to God. I get that. He's verbally saying it, but in his mind, he's singing to God. And I get it. I understand it. He's a praying man. I get it. I don't do that. I don't profess to do that. I don't try to do that. And he's all right with that. He's understanding. Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Appreciate that. I told one guy, man, can't pray. But you man of wisdom. We want to hear your wise words. The words I say to God, man don't need to hear. Ain't none of your business. My conversation with God is personal. And if I'm praying for you, that's also personal. So you don't need to hear what I'm saying about God about you. See, that's the difference. And if you are a serious meditator, if you're serious about playing your mind game, you'll understand this philosophy. Why? That's what you live by also. If you playing the mind game, you know praying is you talking. You know meditating is you listening. I pray internally. Again, I don't speak. But my pastor says for him, he don't say God, he meditate. He said God actually downloads his information. Okay. That's his way of saying, I guess, meditate. He don't say meditate. You don't say meditate. He said God downloads information directly to me. Okay, it's all mental. I understand that. And where he speak, how he speak, yeah, he getting the right information. Now, he called it download, and I call it meditate. Same thing. We both get information from God. I do it my way, he do it his way. I tell you, we God's odd couple. We totally different, but we the same. That's a perfect example of opposites coming together for the good. All right, so let's go. But my pastor, okay, says he gets his knowledge downloaded from God. He don't call it meditation. We don't use that word. That ain't his word that he used. He used down. He said, man, I done. Okay, I get it. I understand it. So I call it being God conscious. He called it being God conscious also. Yeah, you think? He called it Christ. He used Christ. Okay, I ain't gonna problem with that. And if you're thinking or you're hearing God, that means you're meditating. You're listening. When Moses went and got information from God, he went to meditate on the mountain. They don't tell you that. Y'all Christians don't use that word. I don't understand it, but y'all don't have that concept in y'all dogma and y'all philosophy, getting direct information from God. That's meditating. Okay, moving on. But see, the Middle East, they all know that. We got Western civilization, different views, and everybody got their own different concept. And then moving on. Find what works for you. I ain't got time for that. Okay, so I call it God conscious, and he called it Christ conscious. Okay, but it's still what? Information that you got from your higher self. We know to be God. I live in an altered state of mind all the time. Why? I stay conscious of God. I'm living a meditative state of mind. Again, I can do that in my day-to-day life. Why? I practice my yoga philosophy and my right thinking concepts all the time, every day. Put them to use. Practice them. Why? To master them. I want to be good at thinking right. I want to be good at making that decision constantly on a regular basis without no, ain't no uhs. Okay? Be on point, be on time, and think right. That's how it's done. I live in that state of mind. I live what I call the meditative state of mind. I'm God conscious. I got God on my mind and my mind on God all the time. I don't leave God. I don't sit God down and do it. Nope, nope, nope. Where I go, he go. Like my books. Okay. I'm taking God with me. You do too. You just don't know it half the time. That's the ignorant part about you and God relationship. If you think God take breaks, you think God don't do none of that. You making God human. Stop that. That's one of our main problems with the Christians. Y'all humanizing God. He's black, he's white, he's male, he's female, he's none of those. So all y'all wrong. So stop with that and understand what he is and who and how he is. Spirit, which is life-giving. Awareness, consciousness is you thinking. That's the two things that God represents. I hold myself accountable to what? To practice my spiritual disciplines and the truth that I live by. And that's how I earn my blessings from God by just living right. Practicing philosophy and living by it. Simple as that. And if you're a Christian, live by the Christian tenets. Muslim, same thing. I don't have a problem with that. I got a problem with those who claim it but don't do it. Okay? If you say this, your actions should match your words. If you say this and your action don't know you're lying. I don't trust in people. When there's no balance, there's no trust there. Okay? And there's no truth there. When it's out of balance, that means you're lying. That's what my act represents too, again, in principle. I'm God high at all times. Why? Because I'm thinking God and I'm God constantly having God thoughts on my mind. What? To do the right thing. If you have egoistic low life stuff, you're gonna think about making money, having pleasures of the flesh, doing something that ain't really very good. So I don't have those thoughts. I don't think like that. Why? I get that. I don't have time for those. That's negative thinking. I don't think negative. I think positive, aka I think right. Positive. Okay? Wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. But you need to find an altered state of mind without drugs. I did. So let me tell you how it's done. If I figured out how to alter my state of mind without using drugs. It's called meditation. The Middle East, they had it figured out a long time ago. Sorry, I'm late coming to the party, but I'm in the house now and I use it and it works like a charm. I'm going to try to pass it on to you. Practice sitting for 5 to 10 minutes. Just that time. No, don't hours. No, my teacher, he meditated for 13 days. It's hard for people to conceive that if you don't understand it. Yeah, he shut the body down. He did one thing, focus the body on just breathing and thinking. We don't know what he went through in 13 days. That's only he know that. And when he speak, I listen. Everything that come out that guy's mouth is profound as far as I'm concerned. That's why I listen intently. All right. So I figured out how to alter my state of mind by using meditative state of mind. No drugs. Okay, not this time. No. Like my man Killer Joe. He said, and he ride. And he ride up and down the avenue. But he ain't riding the Eldorado no more. Nah. He's in the new white and very shiny Rolls Royce. Say what? No Cardinals this time. You get good at it, you pay cash. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. A little tidbit, I want to throw that in there. I'm out. And in closing, right there, this may you all did it be 100. Me, 100 minus that day. So I'll never know that my meditators, my right thinkers who understand meditation is the altered state of mind without the use of drugs have passed away. You don't need the drug, but you do need to meditate daily.